Welcome to the Buddhi Academy. In today's video, we will continue the class 9 science chapter, that is why do we fall ill. So in the first video we have seen what is health, what it is meant by being healthy, what are diseases, and we have also seen the significance of health. Then we have learnt about personal and community health issues. We have also seen or distinguished between being healthy and being disease free. In today's video, let us see disease and its causes and the types of diseases. So what does a disease look like? As we have already discussed, when we are affected by a disease, some part or some organ in our body will be affected, and its functioning or the physical appearance will change for worse. So when there is disease, the functioning or the appearance of one or more systems in our body will change for the worse. So we have already seen this. So will change for the worse. Then these changes will give some symptoms. Now these symptoms of diseases or the signs are, for example, we have headache, that is a symptom. Then the cough or the sneeze that we get are symptoms of some diseases. So these symptoms show that there is something wrong with our body. Now these signs of diseases are what will help the physician to look for the basis of diseases. So from these symptoms, the physicians or the doctors will conduct some tests, and through these tests they will be able to identify the disease, or they will be able to pinpoint the diseases. Then acute disease and chronic disease. Now these are the two types of diseases. So we have first acute diseases and chronic diseases. So what are acute diseases? Now we have seen that some of the diseases which are there will last only for a short period of time. Okay, we will be sick for maybe 1 or 2 weeks and then we will become well. Whereas there are some other diseases which will last much longer. Okay, as much as they can last for a lifetime. So the diseases that last for only for a short periods of time are known as acute diseases. Okay, so these are the acute diseases. These diseases will last for a short period of time, whereas there are other ailments or diseases that can last for a long time and can even as much as lifetime, and they are called as chronic diseases. Okay, so the diseases which last for a longer times, for many years and even entire lifetime, these diseases are called as chronic diseases. Now let us see chronic diseases and poor health. Now what happens when we are affected by an acute disease is we will be sick for a few days or 1 or 2 weeks, and then we will be alright. Okay, then we will be back to our original self. So when we are affected by an acute disease, this disease will not be able to harm our system as much as the prolonged chronic disease can. So now example, think about a cough and cold which all of us have from time to time, but most of us get better and become well within a week or so. Now there are no bad effects on our health. We do not lose weight, or we do not become short of breath. We do not feel tired all the time because of few days of cough and cold, right? Now these few days of cough or cold will not have major effects on our health. So but if we get infected with a chronic disease such as tuberculosis of lungs, then being ill over the years does make us lose weight and feel tired all the time. Now when we are affected by a chronic disease, this disease will slowly start to reduce our efficiency, or it will make us more tired, or it will make us lose weight. It will have drastic changes in our body and our system. So here we can acute and chronic diseases have different effects on our health. So any disease that causes poor functioning of some part of the body will affect our general health. Okay, so any disease, if we are affected by any disease, it will have some effect on our general health. But the acute disease and the chronic diseases, the effects that both these can cause will be different. As I have said, the acute diseases will have minor effects, whereas the chronic diseases will have drastic effects on our health. Now which is over, will not see here. An acute disease which is over soon will not have time to cause major effects on our general health, while a chronic disease will do so. Then when we have an acute disease like cold or fever, we might not go to school for a few days, but when we are healthy again, we will continue our studies as we used to. But if we have chronic disease, it will make us difficult to follow what is being taught in school and reduce our ability to learn. So these are the ways in which these chronic diseases can affect our health. Thus chronic diseases therefore have very drastic and long-term effect on people's health compared to acute diseases. So this will have drastic and long-term effects. Now let us see the causes of disease. So what causes diseases? This we have already discussed in the last video about various causes which may affect us with diseases. That is, there are pathogens, various microbes which can cause diseases in us. Then other reasons like lifestyle, the lack of nutrition, lack of exercise, gaining body weight, all these can lead to some of the other diseases in us. So now disease may not have only one cause. Okay, so only one cause will not be there. It will have many different causes. So a disease may have various different causes which will all contribute to that cause of particular disease. Now let us understand this better. So take this example. If there was a baby suffering from loose motions, now we can say that the cause of this was because of infection. Cause of this was an infection. So now the immediate cause of the disease will be virus. So the immediate cause, now this is the main reason of the disease, that is a virus infection. Because of this virus infection, the baby is suffering from loose motion. Now the next question is, where did this virus come from? So the immediate cause is the infection that is caused from virus, but where did this virus come from? How did the baby get in contact with the virus? So suppose we find out that the virus came through unclean water, so unclean drinking water. But this unclean drinking water also would have been had by many babies, right? So many babies must have had this unclean drinking water. So why is it that only one baby developed loose motions and other babies did not? So First is the infection. Then we saw that it was because of unclean drinking water. Now why only one baby fell ill because of this unclean drinking water? One of the reason might be that this baby is not healthy. So it may be already weak, or it may be already unhealthy. So it got affected by the virus faster. So as a result, it might be more likely to have diseases. So it might be more likely to have diseases when exposed to risks, whereas the healthier babies did not get affected. Then why is the baby not healthy? So the next question arises is that why is the baby not healthy? So why? Now perhaps because it is not well nourished. So this can be another reason or another cause, that lack of good nourishment or nutrition could be the second level of cause of disease that the baby is suffering from. So the next is lack of good nourishment. So maybe the baby is not well nourished, so that is why it was not perfectly healthy, and thus it caused caught the infectious disease. Then why is this baby not nourished properly? It could be because the baby was from a poor household. Okay, it could be because perhaps the baby is from a household which is poor. Then it is also another cause could also be, it is also possible that the baby has some genetic difference. Okay, some genetic difference or defect that makes it more likely to suffer from loose motion. So another cause could be some genetic defect or difference. Now, but without the virus, the genetic difference or the poor nourishment alone could not have affected or caused the infection in the baby. So the virus is the immediate cause. It is the immediate cause of disease. So this is the immediate cause of disease, whereas all these other factors which are there, all these also contributed in the cause of disease. So all these are become the contributory cause of disease. The virus infection was the immediate cause of disease, whereas all these other factors were the contributory causes of disease. Now why was the water unclean? This could be because of poor public health services. Okay, maybe the family where the baby lived did not have proper public health services, so it could become the third level cause of baby's disease. Then let us see what are infectious and non-infectious causes. Now we have seen causes of diseases. Now these are also further divided into infectious and non-infectious. So let us read this and understand. Now we have already learnt in previous class about the importance of public health services. This is because when sometimes some of the diseases can spread from one person to another person. Now why this happens? Now when the disease is caused by a microbe or an infectious agent, along with the microbe, this disease can also spread from one person to another. That is why proper hygiene and proper public health and community health is very important to prevent these diseases. So now it is useful to think of the immediate cause of diseases as belonging to two distinct types. That is, one group of causes is the infectious agent, where mostly microbes or microorganisms are the causative organisms. So one group of disease is the infectious agents, where the microbes or microorganisms are the infectious agents which cause the diseases. Whereas disease where microbes are the immediate causes are called as infectious disease. So causes, this could be divided into two types, the infectious and non-infectious types. Now where agents like microbes cause the diseases which are caused by infectious agents like microbes are called as infectious diseases. So these are the infectious diseases, and this is because the microbes can spread in community, and disease that they cause will also spread along with them. Then on the other hand, there are also diseases that are not caused by infectious agents, right? There are some other diseases which are not caused by infectious agents, and which are not transmitted by touch or anything like that. Their cause varies, but they are not external causes. So these other type of disease which are there, they are not caused by some infectious agents, or their cause is not external like microbes and all. So instead these are mostly internal and non-infectious causes. So the other group of diseases are the mostly internal and non-infectious type, and these are called non-infectious diseases. So for example, some cancers are caused by genetic abnormalities. So when there are some genetic abnormalities or some mistakes in the genetics of a person, they may have cancers and all. Then high blood pressure can be caused by excessive weight or lack of exercise. Now these are the causes of high blood pressure. So all these diseases which are internal and non-infectious are called the non-infectious diseases. These are the causes. So then the ways in which a disease spread and the ways in which they can be treated and prevented at a community level would be different from different diseases. Now this is very obvious that the ways in which disease spread. Now if it is infectious disease, it will spread from a person to person when the microbes will spread. Then the ways in which they can be treated. Now the infectious disease and the non-infectious disease, both the types of disease will have to be treated differently. Similarly, acute diseases and chronic diseases will also have to be treated differently. Then how they can be prevented at community level, that will also be different. The preventive measures for both these types of diseases will also be different, and this would depend a lot on whether the immediate cause are infectious or non-infectious. So as I have already said, the spread, the treatment and the prevention of disease will depend a lot on whether the cause of disease is infectious or non-infectious. So this is all for this class. In the next class we will learn about infectious diseases, the infectious agents which are there, and the means of spread of the diseases. So thank you for watching my video. Please like, share and subscribe to the Bodhi Academy.